Alright, tankers, we're gonna hop right into this T49 Tier 8 American Light Tank review. First off, I want to say I love this tank. It is so much fun. It is the Derpwagon. Derpwagon of Tier 8. Bane of the Borsig. Killer of the RU251. I love it. It's mine. Nobody shall take it from me. I also dig this retro camouflage, kind of this bluish digital stuff. Anyways, hopping into the stats really quickly. First off, hit points. I am using the enhanced, the buff to the hit points equipment thing, so I have 1260. Base hit points is 1200. Whole armor, 25 at the front, 25 at the side, 19 at the rear. Turret armor, 38, 15, 15. This thing is not going to bounce anything. Do not expect to bounce anything. It will not bounce anything. You'll get troll bounces off your tracks and stuff, but it's not the T54 lightweight. You will not bounce shots with any great regularity. Weight, we are talking about 22.63 tons. Engine power with this, again with the booster, 643.5. Think about that. 643.5. 22 tons. The speed limit is 72 kilometers an hour, so you have 152 millimeter main armament, derping around, throwing out almost 800 alpha bombs if it penetrates at 72 kilometers an hour. And this thing's horsepower to ton ratio is not bad at all, sitting right at 28 horsepower per ton. That is freaking amazing, and I love this tank. This thing has such good acceleration. It's very, very, very good. Traverse speed, excellent, 64.70. Turret traverse, 53.46. Again, I love this thing. So for the standard shell, which is heat for the 152mm gun, because you're not going to drive this tank for any reason except to have a 152mm gun on a light tank, you're going to deal between 420 to 700. Your standard shell pen can go all the way up to 190mm, but you shouldn't be using heat against anything except for the rear of some tanks, or the front of some tanks if you can't pen HE. Rate of fire, I do have a 4.45 rounds per minute. I am using rammer. Aiming time is absolutely awful at 5.6 seconds. Dispersion, again, absolutely awful, 0.453. It's a derp gun. Take it for what it's worth. View range is pretty good at 290 meters. I am using optics. Average penetration on these two guns, 152 milliliter heat, 85 with high explosive. Just to give you some perspective as to what that will pierce at tier 8. Side and rear of T44, side and rear of T54 lightweight, all over the RU251. Portions of the side and rear of the T69, portions of the side and rear of the Pershing. Pretty much all over on the STA1. It goes through a lot of stuff. Don't be afraid to sling around HE. If you have the front of a IS-3 Defender, just pop out, snap a shot with HE to the front of them. You're going to do between 2 to 3 to 400 damage to the front of their tank. And if you're quick about it and use camo mechanics well enough, which hopefully you should see in my dual ace taker gameplay, which is going to come right after this, you can be pretty effective with this. So average damage for the heat is 560, which is pretty good. You can finish off tanks around 400 hit points if you get their side, so I would recommend using heat because the HE on this thing is very expensive. High explosive, you're going to do 780, which is a little bit depressing considering that other tanks at this tier have upwards of 920 average damage with this. So it's not great, but I already gone over engine power. This thing will go up like a tinderbox if it gets hit with HE in the rear. Front, this thing has a big old ammo rack right in the front. So believe it or not, I actually turned sideways onto some tanks with big dirt guns because hopefully some of their HE splash will be caught in my tracks. Some would say it's not smart, but it is what it is. It's my tank, I can drive it, and I do pretty well with it. Popping a look right over here at the equipment, I am running, for combat power, I am running rammer, I am running enhanced gun length drive, I am running vertical stabilizers because you need as much gun handling as you can possibly get. This thing relies on being able to put the shots in for damage. I am running the protected modules. I am running improved assembly for that 5% to hit points. Optics. Engine accelerator because everyone likes accelerating more. I am not running anything here or anything here, both because I am out of spare parts and because I'm not going to waste spare parts on a tank on that kind of tank. Shell loadout. I do load 9 heat, 13 HE because I spam HE all the time with this thing. You will not make credits if you run this thing without the enhanced. I forgot what I was saying. Wow, that's totally awesome. Anyways, unless you're running the premium time stuff, which most people are not going to do, but I'm a wallet warrior, so I get to do what I want. Let the hate flow forth. Camouflage, I already said I'm running the retro. So anyways, let's hop into some gameplay right now. Hey tankers, we're going to get into this first little section of gameplay. Sorry my T49 review is taking so long. I tried uploading an IS-5 review for the past 2 days, which has failed miserably each and every single time, so I'm going to get the T49 one up in the meantime. Anyways, popping in the first little bit of gameplay, we have the T49 on Lost Temple with my platoon mate, Vice Admiral Wolf, and his T49. So right here in the middle, we're going to go down low because I did notice that they had a couple of light tanks, and we wanted to really dominate this lower area because the enemy team... Anyways, put a nice shot into the Edelweiss, hurt him pretty badly, but took about almost 400 off of him. He pushed right through, so we are going to ignore him. I'm just going to stay here, try to cap this out without getting shot. Just staying here. This moment, this STA is alone, so I decide to push in, trying to get his side to put a nice HE shot in. Boom, hit him. Me and my platoon mate both hit him for around 1200 damage. Give him a nice little bump. I decide to break off because I'm still reloading. I don't want to lose any more health that I've already lost. See my T49 E3 over here. Hopefully that RU251 is going to be focusing on him, but I can take one shot, and I'm pretty confident that if I roll high, I might be able to get the kill on this guy, or if I ammo rack him. So I put a nice HE shot into his side for just under 750, which is under average, but then my platoon mate comes through and ammo racks him for 100 health. Go Vice Admiral. Anyways, popping up here, I'm just trying to see if there's any shots. I'm going to push straight through, but I notice that my T28 is over there on that flank asking for help. I'm looking for shots, seeing if I can get a really long range one in there, maybe put a 400 or 500 damage in, let the T28 clean up. However, I decided that he's not going to be able to clean up, so my platoon mate's going to push into the temple. I'm going to go around here and help this T28 with the Edelweiss. The enemy team is up, or isn't up. They were up one tank. Platoon mate puts in a 200 hit point shot. I switch over to heat because I can pen pretty much the entirety of his side. Get a nice roll with heat, 553. I notice the enemy IS-3 defenders right there. I don't want to tangle with him, especially when he's full health and I have just over 800 health. He can unload both those shells in the time that it would take me to reload. He could have put 2 shells into me and be already pulling back, and I can't pen him from the front. I can do splash damage on him, but not that much. Anyways, I see an AMX, tier 7, French heavies are awesome with this thing. Put one into his ass, and he is burning, gone. Over 1,000 damage with that. I decided to sit here and farm a little bit more XP by just capping out this base. You never know. I want to keep the points lead that we currently have. I decided to load up the heat because if I can get the rear of the IS-2SH or side, I can put a nice heat shot in for guaranteed damage. I would obviously much rather put HE in, but he turns at the last second, bounce off of him. I know I'm going to take one going into here. So I do load HE because I'm confident I can get the kill on him. However, now he's on less than 100 health, so I don't care to aim. Usually I'll try hitting turrets because the splash can go hit their thinly armed roof and deck plates. So I get behind the IS-3 defender, looking for that HE shot. I don't get it. I decide to load heat, get a little bit of a gun elevation or depression issue there, end up donking it into his spaced arm on his side, which is never going to go through. Now I'm just going to play a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie with this IS-3 defender while the dragon feasts on his hit points. I do put one AG round into him for a pretty decent roll considering it's a heavy tank, and my platoon mate finishes him off. There is a Tiger 2 all the way on the other side, but we have capped out, so I do get 3 kills. Mastery got the 3.9k, which is not an ace anymore, but at the time when I recorded this, this was an ace. You can see the results for me and my platoon mate. I'm going to go through quickly to show you the damage from all my vehicles. I really liked this game. It pretty much just shows the strength of the T49, how it plays and how it feels. It's a very good flanker. It's very good for getting around and annoying people and surprising people with a dose of butt sex out of nowhere. So we're going to go into the next little bit of gameplay. The one that I wanted to show you is Corrupted, unfortunately. That was a 4.2k ace game, but I do have another ace, so I will get that taken care of right away. Alrighty guys, we're hopping into a little bit of next gameplay. Again, another ace. We are on Himmelsdorf, Supremacy. I have spawned down here on the south side at spawn point 1. I really love this tank. It's extremely fun. It's not quite my favorite tank. That still remains the IS-2SH, but this is my go-to. I just want to have fun and derp around. Anyways, notice that the enemy team only has one medium, so I'm pretty sure they're not going to go this way. So I'm going to push in really hard. Apologize for the really choppy video. I'm going to get into this cap point. Just kind of sit here, gain the caps. We have a couple of heavies over there that I'm hoping can hold off. I notice that the caps thing counter on C is going off, so I'm pretty sure that's either one of the TDs or the medium because 3 of their heavies are spotted. But I'm going to push around all the way down just to make sure that there aren't any AFK tanks. C8 experimental, I want to try to get a shot off. See there, T44, I do get a shot off on him for 230 damage, which doesn't seem like a lot considering that this thing can roll upwards of 900, until you realize that that's pretty much what a 90mm would be rolling. And sure, you don't get as much roll, but you might recognize this from the highlight reel. Hello, Amarak. Surprise butt sex, motherfucker. Looking around, just waiting for my reload, having my Panther right next to me in his dress blues. Yes, their Borsig is astonished that I managed to pull that shot off. Getting close here, looking for shots. I see an SU. That tank is really dangerous. I do get an awesome roll on him for 834, backing off, letting my team tank the damage. Just trying to give this T44 a threat. I am reloaded, so I'm going to go for just the splash, but he does show his side, and I do get an awesome roll on him, leaving him on 33 hit points. I'm happy to take a shot for that. We are now up 5-3, but they do have 2 cap zones, or capping one of ours. I'd go around their cap zone so I don't trigger that, so they don't know I'm coming behind them. I'm looking for this big damage here because I was pretty sure it's another ace. So I skip that tank, see the side of an AMX, miss that shot, which was a little bit disappointing because at this point the record for this damage for this tank was only 4.7k. If I would have pinned that, I might have gotten a lot more damage than I currently got. So yes, I did pass up the experimental shot, which probably would have given me more confirmed damage. Looking for that big damage, and I donked the shot into his tracks. At this point, I realize, oh wait, he's an autoloader. So I am backing the hell out of there. He does get 3 shots into me, just kills my loader. Loading up the heat, gonna get his rear, put one in on the drive-by, kill. So yes, I do get 2 kills. Cap the zone, ammo rack. Going into here, you will see that I got a pretty low ace. It's only 3.7k, which is not even close to an ace now, but I did complete 2 of my missions. Both of them Supremacy. Got a buttload of spare parts, got the high caliber medal, and 134,000 credits because yes, I did enrich this tank. Yes, I think it is worth it for this tank. Anyways, showing the exact amounts of damage. I penned 6 shots. destroyed their T44. 1200 damage in 2 shots is really good on that tank. Borsig, Amorak, killed pretty much everything on his tank. 698 only on the SU, which is kind of depressing in hindsight. Donked the shot on the AMX 5100, which I am not proud of. But anyways, guys, this is my gameplay. My final thoughts on this tank is I really like this tank. I love it a lot. I really like what Wargaming has done with this tank and how they balanced out the damage. I would like to see the 152mm damage on this gun be consistent with all the other 152mm, but what can you get? Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to try to keep this video short. I'm going to try re-uploading my IS-5 quote-unquote review. Sneak peek, I really don't like that tank, but it's going to be a pretty long one for the IS-5 because I do have about 16 minutes of me babbling on about the armor and the deficiencies I see in this tank, but that's for that review. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a nice day, guys.